Hi. Hi guys. Boy, do I have a story to tell. This is honestly sickening that I'd even have to make a video like this. But some people out there just aren't, good people. I just had an encounter with somebody I will never, ever want to see again. I was playing VR chat and there was a guy, very, weird and disgusting. And I just wanted to warn you guys about it. If you do play VR chat, I just want you to be safe, There is a guy who goes by the username of Supernova. I know there are a lot of people who go by the name Supernova on VR chat, but if anybody by that username just comes up to you, starts talking to you, saying that you're their wife, their daughter, or their son, the first thing you have to do is block them. The second thing is leave the lobby. This man is not a kind person at all. They're not a good person. They're a pedophile. And there's a lot of other bad things that I have witnessed being around him. As far as this goes, this is a, very, this is probably one of the most real things I've ever filmed or streamed. It's just, I want people to be safe. I feel like when people just do things that are just nasty, usually it doesn't hit me too hard, but I'm gonna be honest, this was enough to get me off the rails. This is not okay. So yes, I'm going to be all real with you. I did not do my hair for this video or my makeup. I just wanted to hop in and just tell you guys what I experienced, and as far as it goes, I'm never going back to the Great Puck ever again. So, if you know what world that is, it is a bar world, and of course, I would expect to run into somebody weird, but this was worse than weird. This was absolutely disgusting. This man clearly was not drunk or high or anything like that. He just was very manipulative and just wants to see the world burn. So Supernova, if you're watching this and you know exactly who I am based off my voice, I don't want you to do these things. It's very messed up, and I just don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, it's just all these things that happen, like online, is just wild. It's messed up, and I really never thought I'd run into somebody that bad. Yes, I run into some pretty bad people, but that, as I said, really did just throw me off my rails. And so here we are, and I'm just sitting here talking about it to all of y'all. And yeah, just full authenticity, sitting here talking about what I'm talking about, and just getting the point across. Protect yourself. Be safe online. Don't just hop on the game and expect everything to be fine. If there is something wrong, do something about it. I did not at first. At first I was like, well, this isn't going to be that bad, right? But by the end of it all, he was telling me to, KYS. So he was just like saying it over and over and over again, and I could not handle it. At first, I really thought it wasn't going to end up that bad, but it really did. He was being very racist, homophobic, transphobic, and toward everybody around us. He kept telling me that everybody's bad, nobody could be any better than him as a dad, and I was like, you're not my dad. You tried to convince me I was his daughter, and so this was a very weird and uncomfortable situation. And if anybody is watching this after it's already been streamed, yeah, still just stay safe. Like, I may not be directly talking to you if you are not watching it as I'm streaming, but yes, I'm still speaking. Like, just honest truth. Protect yourselves. Be safe online. And honestly, don't expect everything to go good. Like, I expected maybe at some point things would just be like normal, you know? Like, fine, and he'd maybe not be a really bad person, but my experience with him is pretty bad. So, and to say all of this happened today in one day, and I only just met him, is wild. All of this, and it was quite obsessive, which was scary in a way. It was like, I don't know who he is. He just comes up to me, and then he started like trying to get other people to be his daughter, son, and he was also trying to get like people to be his wife, but he was like convincing them hardcore that they were already his wife. So it's really, really uncomfortable. Especially uncomfortable when I already know he's been doing this, and I look around and it's just happening 24/7. Like, one poor kid just joined into the world, and almost instantly he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're my son. Hello, son. I haven't seen you in forever." And this kid's just so uncomfortable, and I'm like, this is not okay. Like, I was so uncomfortable when I first noticed him doing this. I was backing away, and I was like, this is not normal behavior. Like, I told him to get away from me. And of course, did not prevail. I tried to get some people to maybe help me out a bit because I wasn't sure if I wanted to block him just yet since it hadn't gone too far, but by the end of all of this, it did, and I was having enough of it. I'd only been around him for maybe not even a whole hour, and it had all gone downhill. It started downhill, it only went even more down the hill. We were in the middle, and now we're at the bottom, the very bottom. So just be careful, guys. Be extremely careful. Be aware of what's going on around you. Really think really hard before you trust somebody, honestly. I didn't truly trust him, but I had a feeling maybe I could if, like, maybe just started acting a little normal, you know, like, I'm just a dumb person overall. So this is how I'm gonna be. But I am finally telling myself, I don't want to do this. I don't want to keep, like, trying to trust in people who obviously aren't the best people, you know? And the reason why I said he was a pedo was that when we were in this one world, he walked up to a girl and he said she was sexy or whatever, and it was really uncomfortable with me. And probably with her too, because she said, well, I'm 14, don't say that to me. And he was like, oh, you're still, you know, so-and-so. And I was so uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable. And to say that the second I got in there, I literally told her to run says a lot. He's not like a person you want to interact with. And when I saw her just there, I was like, girl, go somewhere else, because he was just joining in and I didn't want her to experience any of the things I just did. But she experienced worse, and I witnessed it, and I did not like it at all. I did not like it, and this whole experience was wild. I'm not going to keep his identity a secret. Just know that the reason I'm not is because he's a bad person. Supernova on VR chat. If you ever encounter him and he tries to do as I say, like tries to make it seem like you're his daughter, his son, his wife, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to report and block him. I always just tell people to block and I'll block them and leave the lobby, but now that I think about it, this is a reporting situation. This is the type of situation you should be reporting. And at the time, I wasn't really thinking too hard about this. I hadn't reported him, and that's on myself because I don't know which Supernova he is, as many people go by that username. And simple as this, block him, report him, leave the lobby. Because people like this are not ones you really, really want to talk to or talk about, but I'm stuck here in my head being like, I can't let this happen to anybody else. So I will outright tell you all. And, just get it out there that this is not the type of stuff you want to run into. And if you do, block them, report them, leave the lobby. And some people say it really isn't that easy, and yeah, for me it really wasn't. I'm a people pleaser. It took me a while to really realize how far this was going and how messed up this was becoming, and I was like, what? It took me a while to really think about genuinely blocking him, but once I did, it was the best thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. And that says a lot because I have plenty of years to still live, I'm literally 16 years old, but I'm just making it very, very clear that this is something you need to do. It's like you could tell yourself however many times you want not to block somebody because you'll feel bad, but it is really more worth it than just, talking to them, trying to, dodge all of the weird things they're saying and doing. It's just like you're trying to, pretend like nothing's happening, like nothing's happening. It's just, don't. It's just block him, report him, the lobby. It's just, it really isn't that easy for some people, especially me. I feel so bad whenever I block somebody, but sometimes you really have to. And I really have never blocked somebody for such a thing. I have blocked people for things bad, right? Pretty bad, but never as bad as this. An experience like this on the internet is a wild thing, especially when you can't really find out who they truly are, identity-wise, genuinely, to, tell somebody, authorities and shit. But it is what it is. He's still out on that game. I need as many people who can find him on the internet to just straight up be blocking him, reporting him, so we can get him off of VRChat, because this is not okay. Yes, VRChat has a lot of issues already and a lot of things that happen constantly. Reporting doesn't usually work, but mass reporting anyone can possibly get them banned, and that's exactly what we need. We don't need him back on the game. If he makes another account and you find out, you block him, you report him, because this is all I will ever need, and I just really want this to happen. I really want this man to get off of the internet overall, but the most we can do right now is try to get him off VRChat. And if you ever encounter somebody like that online, block him, report him. We're really just trying to, if you find him on any other social media, just to report him, mass report him. Nobody wants to experience what I did, and I know that much because, well, definitely all of the people around me didn't want to experience what they experienced or see what they saw, because this man is not a good person. Let's be all real with it. Nobody wants to be around him. And this video is just me ranting on and on and on about why Supernova, this man, is, somebody you want to block and report. And I'm basically trying to tell you guys overall, if there really is a problem and somebody really is being weird and creepy, don't wait till the last second to block them. If it really is necessary and they're being really weird to you, whether it be, just words, it's online, you just think, oh, it's just words, but if it really is getting uncomfortable, which it was for me, and it's harassment, to that point, yes, just block them. Don't hesitate to block somebody if they are being very weird and are making you so, uncomfortable or on edge. And that's the whole point of this stream, even though, I know nobody's really in this stream watching it, but if you are watching it after it's streamed, which all of you probably are by now, keep yourself safe, stay protected, on my heart, especially in real life. Like online, that's one thing, but in real life, girl, keep yourself protected. Have like anything on you that you can use to defend yourself if you are in trouble. Okay? Always, and I mean always, have that little itty bitty button where you can speed dial 911. Okay? And you're good. So as far as this goes, this video is just straight up all about safety online and kind of in real life, but that's a last moment like thing that I'm saying. So but yeah, keep yourself safe online, in real life. Make sure to never hesitate to block someone who is treating you in a way you do not like, want, or is making you uncomfortable, or is just straight up harassing you on the internet. Yeah, and if anybody is harassing you in real life or doing anything to you that you really, really think is illegal, and probably might be if you think it is, call the cops. It's as easy as that. Even when it seems harder, like for me, it was pretty hard to get to the block button. I was kind of like feeling bad. Like, what if this? What if that? Like, yeah, I know it could be really hard to block somebody, yet alone to call the police. Because for me, it's like social anxiety. I'm not gonna call on a phone or any of that. And everybody remember, do the pizza call. Okay, so that's just, if you know what that means, then you do. And I love you all. Keep safe. I never thought I'd have to make a video like this, but yeah, definitely keep safe online, in real life, overall, stay safe. Love y'all.